Hello everybody, it's me again, Dwight Agnor, part 3. We're doing all of this together. You can see I'm wearing my same petite shirt, right? Okay, and this is part 3 of how to build your business by helping others. Now, when you start to share, let me just tell you a couple things that I have learned through the years. One is you have to find people who really care about their health. Some people don't care. So it doesn't matter what you can do for them, they don't care. So that's kind of a waste of time. Also, I find that younger people don't really care too much. They don't see the seriousness of health as much as people who are suffering, who are older. Me personally, I look for people personally in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Because almost everybody I meet in Southeast Asia that's over the age of 40, they have health concerns that are starting to really worry them. And it's all caused by the food that they're eating, and it's all in their gut, as we explained before. And so those people are fantastic, and so that's where I concentrate. Now, you find your own little niche, but that's what I do. Now, you saw part 1, you saw part 2. In part 3, I want to talk about how to follow up on people. The first most important thing is don't wait. If you care about people, they're starting something new. They have, they have no idea what they're really getting themselves into. And I don't care how much they know you, how much they trust you, how much they love you. They don't really believe that anything could have a really dramatic effect on them. Especially not something as simple as just making a glass of this Restore, right? Because they've heard about all kinds of supplements and they've heard it all before. So you have to understand that no matter what you say or how many stories you have, they may want to try it, and they may believe it's going to have some good effect, but they really don't believe it's going to do big things for them. I've learned that. So be sensitive to that. Don't blame them for that. It's normal. And so don't wait to follow up. I start to follow up right away. Did you start today? Do you have any questions? Did you start yesterday? Do you have any questions? Is everything okay? Like that. Be honest. Care. Care from your heart. Honestly, care. That's what this is about. If you don't care about other people, you're going to have a difficult time building your business. This is about truly caring about people and being excited when they be excited for real when you start to see their results. Be happy for them. There's nothing more rewarding than watching people who are suffering in one way or another and they start to improve. Wow! They're so happy and it's just such a joyous thing, right? So be sensitive to what they're going through right now. Now, I also want to remind you, this is not a medicine. We cannot make any medical claims, no promises. Everybody's different. We can share stories, our story, or your friend's story, or whatever, but you have to be careful, right? We're not guaranteeing people that this is going to happen, or that's going to happen. All we're doing is giving people the nutrition that their body is lacking, so that their body can balance out and start to heal itself, right? The body's an amazing machine. Now, as they start to do the 16-day restoration, people will come to you and say things are not going perfectly. And these are the most often said things. One is, it makes me hungry. Wow, I started eating this, I'm hungry all the time. Well, let me explain that. That means that they have been lacking in so much nutrition that when they start to give their bodies this powerful nutrition, their stomach is screaming to their brain, give me more! Now your brain is hearing more food. I'm hungry. But you're not really hungry. The stomach is really saying, I love this. Give me more. So when people do that, it will not last very long. It won't last very long if you handle it properly. So when they start to feel those hunger pangs, if they just eat a handful of nuts or an apple or a banana or anything that's nutritious, that hunger pain will go away very quickly. Because all that your body is really asking for is more nutrition. Okay? And after about 10 days to 2 weeks, that will stop. But you will hear that often. Just the opposite happens as well. Some people say, I feel so full and I want to eat. Well, some people just love to eat their carbohydrates and their sugars and their noodles and their, sauces and all kinds of things. all the things that have caused their health problems. They love to eat it. And sometimes when they start to eat the Restore, it fills them up because it's food. And it's their brain saying, no, don't eat any more of that garbage. I want you to eat nutrition. And the brain can play games on you sometimes, right? So some people say, but I want to eat the bad stuff, but I'm too full to. So you can explain to them what's going on as well. Some people say, I feel bloated. Now, if they feel bloated, probably they're not following our directions, right? It's really important you go through this with them and walk them through every step of this, right? A glass full of water. Now that's important because the Restore will absorb 15 times its own weight. It absorbs water like oats. It absorbs water, becomes very thick. So if you don't have the water for it to expand in, it becomes too thick. And then it becomes very thick in the tummy. And then you're full, bloated, okay? So usually when people say they feel bloated, it's one of two reasons. We tell them do not eat food for at least 30 minutes after you do Restore. And if you're going to eat food, only eat if you are hungry. Sometimes, again, people will do Restore, they're full, and they force themselves to eat another meal anyway. Then they're very bloated. Or they drink half the water they're supposed to drink, and then it's too thick, and they're bloated. If they follow these instructions, they won't feel that bloated feeling. So make sure they're doing that properly. Things feel like they're getting worse, not better. That happens often. Again, I'm not a doctor. This is not a science project here. This is just food. It's nutrition. Different bodies work differently. So here's the thing, basically. As your body begins to heal itself, oftentimes it will get better because it will get worse before it gets better. People with skin problems, for instance. I've seen many people with acne or skin issues, and all of a sudden it gets worse. Well, that's the body cleansing itself. That's the omega-3s, the fiber, everything cleansing itself. The more water they're drinking, the less that will happen. But the body's going to cleanse. That's what it does. Cleanse, right? That's what we're doing. Cleanse, energize, restore. Step one is cleanse. A lot of the cleanse will be in the toilet, but a lot of it may come out through the skin. Temporary, again, that's a good thing. It's cleansing. It's all going away. The second thing is I hear a lot of times people with migraine headaches. I've heard this many times. Wow, they have a huge migraine when they start to eat Restore, right? And it used to freak me out at first, but then I found out that those same people tell me later they never have any more migraines. Now again, we're not healing migraines. It's not healing. We're not making any medical claims. We're not promising this. I'm just telling you stories that I've heard. Is that many people have told me they have one big whopper and then, lesser, and they don't, as long as they continue eating the Restore, feeding the omega-3s into their body, they're not having migraines any longer. I've heard that many times. So sometimes their conditions may get worse. I had another lady that told me she had really bad arthritis. And at first, her arthritis pain was even worse. But she kept going. And after 3 weeks' time, the pain had diminished so much. Now, that happens. So be prepared to hear that. And I'm tired. You hear that a lot when people say, oh, I'm taking it, but man, I'm sleepy all the time. I'm tired. And here's what I've learned about that. As the body starts to heal itself, it's telling you, rest so I can heal you. The body talks to you. Listen to the body. For instance, if you take your child to the doctor, a little child, let's say 2 or 3 years old, and the doctor gives you some medicine and you're supposed to, give a tablespoon a day to the child or whatever, there's alcohol in that medicine, right? Why would they give alcohol to a 4-year-old? To put them to sleep. Why? Because otherwise the 4-year-old's running around and moving around. They want you to lay down and rest. So that's what was told to me by a doctor. It makes sense. Again, I'm not a doctor, but this makes sense to me. And so usually it means that something's going on. They may not even feel what's going on. Maybe it's something internally that's going on, but your brain is telling you, lay down and rest your body. Your body's talking to you. Rest. Get to sleep at night. Let the body do its thing, right? So when you're feeding your body all of this natural, powerful nutrition, that your body's not used to receiving. Your body knows what to do with that nutrition. And your body has powers to heal itself. That's what's happening. I hope all of this has been very, very helpful to you. And listen, if you follow all of these things, you can't miss. It's so easy. Just care about other people. You can make a lot of money by caring about other people. I promise you that's true. And then you can show them, after you've helped their health, how you can increase their wealth as well. So enjoy yourselves. Thanks for watching. Good luck, and God bless each and every one of you.